Welcome to intelliSky Studio. Today I just want to go over the basic features and functionality of this software. If you notice, the first step you're going to do after you open up the software is select a folder. This is going to be the folder that contains all the raw data that you transferred from your Sequoia capture, from your flight. I'll just choose a demo set we have from a golf course. After you open the folder, you'll be able to see all the images to make sure it's the folder you wanted, and then choose select this folder. Okay, once you've made it to the next step where it says select an image, this will bring up the map view. The map view shows all of the images that were captured from this data set and puts them over satellite imagery to show their GPS location. If you hover over one of the images, you'll see a white box that's created. That's an estimation of how much area on the ground is going to be covered by each image. If you click the analysis button at the top, you'll see that this is actually doing analytics on all the exit data of all the files that you chose. So some of the ones that we have by default is the time difference between captures. On the right here, you can set limitations to filter out some of these images. So if you have images that were taken on takeoff or landing, you can usually set a minimum altitude. If the minimum altitude is set to 80 meters, this will remove all images that were taken below 80 meters. This also has all of the different options possible from the exit data for analytics. So if there's something else that you specifically want to analyze, it can be selected and then filtered as well. Okay, going back to map view, we'll choose an image. As soon as you choose an image, it's going to come to our Visualize Index tab. In here, you're going to be able to run all the indices and analytics that you would like. The top right box here, this allows you to choose the raw imagery and what's available. So sometimes you won't have all the images available. If you chose to only capture, the area on the red or the red edge, what is available will show up here. So when you build your indexes, make sure that you're using indices that you have images for. As you can see, we have everything here. Select an index. This chooses the index that you wish to process for analytics. And if you choose custom index, you can use our calculator, which has all these different functions and variables, to create any indice that you desire for your research or for your farm or whatever you're working on. We'll stick with basic NDVI for now. The map colorization, we've put some typical presets that a lot of people like. However, we also have a custom gradient for this, and you can choose any colorization you want with as many different colors simply by touching on the circle, choosing the color, or adding your own, as many as you'd like. And okay, next, before you process, it can be done after, but typically it's done before. The little gear button here is our calibration screen. So if you're going to choose this, it's going to warn you if you have an older version of firmware Sequoia, because the newest version has some calibration tags that allow for even greater accuracy. You're going to go in here, you're going to choose the color band that you're going to select the calibration for, and select that image. I have all the images saved here. I'm going to find an image that has a lot of gray pixels. If the camera is oversaturated, like some of these photos up here, you're not going to get a good calibration because there's actually no data for the software to read. So I recommend using a shutter speed from the calibration function of the Sequoia that will actually give you good quality value. After you select it, you're simply going to tap on the screen and draw a box around the portion that has the gray area, and then type in the reflectance value for that color band. Do it for all the images. 0.6, 5. Select the NIR image. I like to use the same shutter speed for all the images. That way there's no issues with the calibration. The red. You can get the values for your calibration panel from the manufacturer if you don't already have them. Okay, next you're going to click Visualize. This is going to do the alignment and backend processing to your reflectance map. Again, this is just basic NVIDIA that we're running right now. This typically takes around 10 seconds depending on your computer. And there you have it. So I've actually already processed this image in the past and built some regions. That's what you're seeing here. First thing to notice is the adjust sensitivity bar. This will automatically set, based on standard deviation, a visualization so you can see differences in reflectance. However, this is easily adjustable. Simply drag and drop, and the endpoints as well. So you can go full range if you'd like, or whatever works best for the visualization that you're trying to accomplish. Next, let's look at the regions tool. These regions tools allows you to do numerical analytics or statistics on whatever portion of the image that you want to analyze. So for this green, you can see that the mean pixel value, reflectance value, inside of this square is 0.6853. The min, the max, median, and mode to reduce for all these. And by choosing the settings tab, you can name them whatever you like, change the color, you can focus right on those, you can copy them, cut them, clone, import, export, and delete. Also, if you export, this will export all of these data sets in a CSV file for future analytics and historical comparison. So if you fly this next week, you can build a box on the same exact area and then compare how the values from your intelliSky have changed, which is a very valuable tool. In the More Options tab, this allows you to change the number of classes. So if you want a higher number of, let's see, let's try 16. Higher number of classes for the numerical values along with the colors. It can help with visualization depending on your application. You can also reverse the color map, which will make the positive values now the opposite color of the negative values. And then last but not least, you can export the images into the file type of your choice, whether it's a JPEG, a PNG, or a TIFF file. And that's the main functionality of the software right now. What we really like about it is that it's very quick to fly and get usable information right away. You don't need to have high overlap, you don't need any low overlap at all. You can focus on specific areas. And typically if you're flying at 400 feet altitude, you'll get just shy of 4 acres of land coverage per capture, which really allows you to gather information really quickly and have analytics from your drone for analysis, within seconds, as opposed to having to do the full photogrammetry process. We believe that this is an excellent tool to complement a photogrammetry tool, where possibly you'll fly your entire farm or field with a photogrammetry tool, maybe once a month, and find out where you're having stressed areas. And then using this tool, you can easily track either daily, bi-daily, bi-weekly, whatever makes sense for you, those specific areas that are showing stress. You can monitor the change over time, and it's done very easily. Throw the drone up, gather the images exactly where you want them, and then process the data in a few seconds to quickly monitor instead of having to do the full high overlap and very complex and time-consuming processing of traditional photogrammetry. So again, it's a great complementary tool to photogrammetry, or for researchers who are using test plots that are much smaller. This is an excellent tool. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. My email is jason@intelli-sky.com, and our phone number is 772-777-8086. The amount we're on the East Coast of the United States, so typically 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. is when we'll be answering phones. And any other questions, please feel free to contact us. And I hope you enjoyed our software.